Hi, Sophie here. So today I'm going to share with you my top 5 favorite whole food plant-based snacks. I think you're going to really enjoy this. When it comes to eating whole food plant-based, this is my chosen way of eating. You need to eat enough. That is one of the pitfalls that I pointed out before, that you actually need to eat until you're really satisfied, and you should never go hungry. So my top tip is to make sure that your 3 meals a day, particularly your breakfast and your lunch, are pretty full meals, that you sit down and you eat a really good meal and you feel completely full and satisfied after eating it. And dinner, well, dinner needs to be a really delicious dinner where you're really satisfied too. But dinner you don't want to eat too late at night. Give yourself at least 4 hours between finishing your dinner and hitting the sack. But what about those in-between moments? Particularly for those of us who like to work out a lot, we're really active. I personally get really hungry, and I really never let myself not handle my hunger by eating something completely delicious. So today, I'm going to show you my top 5 absolute favorite whole food plant-based snacks. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to make them. Okay, so snack number 1 is my Matcha Protein Balls. Look, they're green and they are so delicious, so full of protein. So I'm going to show you how to make them right now. Okay, so I've got my trusty food processor out. These matcha protein balls are better made in a food processor than a blender. I found making them in a blender actually was really a little tricky, particularly when you want to sort of dig it all out. So use a food processor. Now, the first ingredient that's going to go in is 2 tablespoons, of almond meal or almond flour. And this is the whole almonds. They haven't been blanched. Now, if you are allergic to tree nuts, you could use this instead, actually, which I just found, which is peanut butter powder. This one is chocolate flavored. And so I'm going to put a link to that underneath the video. So that is an option. Now, the next thing that I'm going to put in there, this is where you've already got some protein with that almond meal, but now we're really going to take the protein up by adding 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds, shelled hemp seeds, also known as hemp hearts. So they're going in like that. Now, the next thing that is going in is 4 pitted medjool dates. And medjool dates are the dates that are really sort of soft and squishy, and I think best for cooking and baking and things, certainly things like this where it's a raw deal. You're not actually cooking it. Now, the next thing to go in is 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. This is virgin unrefined coconut oil. Now, if you are on a completely fat-free, oil-free diet, you could substitute just by putting in 2 more dates, but the coconut really does hold the whole thing together. Now, finally, the matcha. I'm putting in about 1 teaspoon of matcha tea, and I'm actually going to show you the brand that I'm using here. So it is Peak, and I really like this brand because it's completely contaminant free. So they have a lot of testing to make sure that their matcha is super duper healthy. And it comes in these really useful little sachets, which is great for your matcha tea. This actually is meant to be for drinking a very high quality cup of matcha tea, but I'm just using it in this because it does so well in this. And remember with your matcha tea, that matcha tea is full of fiber, and it's one of the very few foods that evidence-based science shows us actually can help to boost your metabolism. So we can call these metabolism boosting balls too. So that's it. The ingredients are all in there. So now I'm just going to give them a little bit of a blast. Let's see, I think it's probably ready now. Yes, it's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is simply take about a good tablespoon or so of mixture, of yummy green mixture. Look how pretty that is. And I am just going to roll it into a little ball, like so. And you get about 5 to 6 protein balls out of this mixture. And they'll keep for up to 5 days in your refrigerator. So there's my little ball. And then what I'm going to do is when I've done them all, I'll put them in a glass container with a lid, and I'll pop them straight into the fridge, which really firms them up. And then let me just reach over and grab this. That's your finished one. These have been in the fridge for about 2 days, and they're just perfect. And they really hold their shape. And what I recommend you do is take them out of the fridge about 15 minutes before you want to eat them, and then they will be the perfect texture. Now, my next favorite snack is the humble, often kind of throwaway, kind of old school snack of celery. I love crunchy celery. Celery is very, very healthy. You don't have to just drink gallons of celery juice. It's actually sometimes better that you get the whole celery plant because you get all that lovely fiber. And what I love to do so that I get tons of protein is I fill a stalk of broccoli with almond butter. Crunchy almond butter is my favorite. Or if you were allergic to nuts, you could use tree nuts. You could use peanut butter. And that is one of my absolute all-time favorite snacks. Next up is a snack that actually works beautifully for the whole family. And this is a trail mix bar, or bar, depending on whether you're English or American. But it's where you put all the different elements of the trail mix out or in jars. I'm going to show you how, so that you and your family can customize according to your likes and dislikes. Because my one thing with store-bought trail mix is that I don't like everything that's in there. So it becomes really problematic, and all my family have different tastes. So this is how I do it. This is my favorite snack idea of the lot. So it's where you customize your own trail mix. So what I do is I have these mason jars in the refrigerator. Some of them I keep in the pantry, some of them I keep in the refrigerator. But this is the perfect size. And I fill them with my favorite seeds, nuts, and dried fruits. And then I put them out in the daytime. I'm going to show you exactly how, so that the family can make their own trail mix. This is literally my favorite thing in the world. Okay, so here we are. What I do is I'll just pop them out on the counter or the table for everybody to make their own trail mix, because honestly there's a lot of things I really dislike in store-bought trail mix. I don't like weird things like dried blueberries, and I absolutely detest dried banana, that crunchy banana. It makes me feel nauseous, that taste. So I like to make my own, as does my family. So in these jars, this is an example of what I have. I have sunflower seeds here. Love seeds. You know, if you're whole food plant-based, you want to eat a lot of seeds because they contain very healthy fats, and you want to mix your seeds because they have different nutrients in them. So sunflower seeds full of omegas, vitamins. Then I have here, these are actually sprouted almonds. And just a little tip here, if you sprout your almonds, you can sprout them and dehydrate them. It is a bit of a process. But if you buy sprouted almonds, a little bit more expensive, they are so much more delicious. They're easier to digest, and they're really, really crunchy. So that's what I have for the trail mix. And then right here, I use these little, I put these little spoons in to make it really easy for everybody. Here I have sprouted pumpkin seeds. Again, sprouted makes them more digestible, makes them crunchier. They are so delicious. That's a brand called Go Raw. I'm actually going to put that brand underneath the video because it is such a great brand. And then I have some dried fruits here. I'm not always a huge fan of dried fruits because they're very high in sugar, but I do make an exception with my trail mix because it makes it really, really delicious, and I'm not eating a ton of it. So in this jar here, I have apricots or apricots, and they're not bright orange because they're unsulfured. So I really do recommend that if you buy dried apricots or apricots, depending on whether you're in America or England, tomato, don't buy those bright orange ones. Get unsulfured. They're dark like this. These are Turkish apricots, and they're like caramel. They're malty. They are just so delicious. And then my big treat that I often get for myself, and it's a treat because they are quite expensive, but I love them so much, is dried cherries. They're dried tart cherries, and they're unsweetened, and they are so delicious. That for me makes my trail mix. It just takes everything to the next level. And then, which I normally use the biggest spoon for, we have chocolate chips. And the family love the chocolate chips. And the chocolate chips, these ones here, I'll put a link underneath. They're by Enjoy Life, and they are dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, vegan, the whole 9 yards, and they're really, really delicious. So then what I do is I put little containers out on the side like this. This is a little glass container, and I'll pop them out so everybody can fill their own little glass container. It has a snap lid on it, which makes it really easy. My daughter can take it to school. You know, I can pop it in my purse if I've got a long day ahead of me. And you know where I really like this particular snack is when I'm traveling, because it travels really well. I pack this container and it will see me all the way through a flight. So this is a very, very popular snack, whole food plant-based snack in my household. So next snack, favorite snack, is a gluten-free cracker. I actually like these ones. There are lots of really great ones at the store, but these ones are actually really crunchy and delicious, certified gluten-free. And so I'll take a cracker, and then I'll use some delicious hummus, like so, and spread that hummus, like that much hummus, so there's more hummus than cracker. And of course, hummus is so healthy, my friends, because it's beans, garbanzo beans. And I love this brand here, Hope Hummus, because it's sprouted and organic and yummy. And I will have, you know, I've got about, I don't know, I'll have about 4 or 5 of those. And that'll be just the perfect morning, afternoon, or post-workout snack. And another very, very popular snack in my home for all the family is a dairy-free yogurt. This one here is by Daya.
and it is made with coconut cream, and it's black cherry, but of course there are delicious ones that are made with, you know, that don't have any fruit in, that are plain and very low in sugar and all of that stuff. And then what I will do is I will get fresh blueberries. These are organic, and I will load it up. I will literally put in, like, you know, 2 or 3 tablespoons if I can fit them in there, because then I'm getting all those beautiful fresh antioxidants. I happen to find these because they're almost coming into season here now, and they're organic. But if you can't get fresh organic berries, or if they're too expensive, then just do the same, like load up a yogurt with either frozen wild blueberries or frozen organic blueberries.
So I hope you enjoyed that. I've had so much fun putting together these snacks in my kitchen this afternoon. And let me know in the comments if there are any snacks that you really love, that you can't live without, that are healthy, whole food, plant-based snacks. Is always good for me and my community to get more and more new ideas. And just make sure that you catch all my other videos on this enormous topic of how to live a beautiful, whole food, plant-based life. And finally, make sure that you are signed up for my first to know list for my next Whole Food Plant Power 31-day challenge. I run these throughout the year, and so you can either make sure that you're subscribed to my newsletter, link below the video, or you can just pop straight onto that first to know list, link also below the video. And these challenges are just a fantastic way for you to learn how to be whole food, plant-based in a really healthy, easy, and kind of natural, wonderful way. I'll see you next time.
Hi, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, there are hundreds more. And please also visit my blog at sophieuliano.com for detailed reviews, recipes, DIYs, and more.